Hello and welcome to another instructional video. In this video, I am going to go over the basics of creating a module in Canvas. Now, in my Canvas right now, it probably looks a little different than yours. You probably have the sample module there, and I've created a new course, so it's totally blank. But you should see the same button in the upper right-hand corner, plus module. So we want to add a module. And I'm going to call this module parts of a plant. Okay, I'm going to add the module. So you'll notice I have a title, but I don't have anything under it, the individual components of the module. Now in order to get those, I'm going to hit this plus right here. So not the plus module, just the plus. And you'll notice that we have a drop down here. And these are all the different elements that we can add to a Canvas module. So we're going to start out by just adding a page. This is basically just a plain web page. And so I'm going to call this Plant Parts Welcome. Okay. Now, what makes this a page, so you'll notice it's titled. If I click on it, it's going to take us to what is a blank web page. Now, what makes this a page and not an assignment? There's nothing interactive about this. We could put a video on here, but it doesn't. It won't accept anything from us. So I'm going to go and click Edit. Okay, so that's our title of the page, Plant Parts Welcome, and I'm going to say Welcome to our plant unit. Now, a module typically is a way of organizing content online, similar to a unit. So maybe this is our plant unit, and maybe I might follow this with an animals unit. It's a nice way to compartmentalize the learning. So welcome to our plant unit. And I want to add a little emphasis to this, so I'm going to use one of the styles. So if anywhere I'm clicked on this line and I click on what now is the paragraph style, if I change that to header 2, that will make that text a little larger. And let's make this look a little nicer. We are going to insert an image. So I clicked, let me do that one more time. If I click this embed image button, I'm going to come over here to Canvas. And you'll notice I have two options here, My Files and Course Files. In order for my students to be able to see this, I need to make sure that I put it in course files. This way it stays with the course, and if I share this course with another teacher, they would also get the pictures. So now I'm going to go to Upload File. Now I've prepared a little bit, so I have a couple of plant pictures here, and we're going to start with these wildflowers maybe. Okay, so I'm going to click on Wildflowers and click Open. Now you'll notice as that loads, there's a field here that says alternative text. And this is the case for when we're designing online learning. We want to make sure that it is accessible to all learners. So maybe if someone is visually impaired, we're going to want to make sure that we say what this picture is, image of a, maybe I'll just put field of wildflowers, field of wildflowers. This way, if someone's using a screen reader, they'll know what's in that picture. And this one's a decorative picture, so they don't have to know what exactly is happening in that picture in order to learn the content on this page in case, but other pages it might not be a decorative image. I'm going to make one last setting. I usually resize these images. So right now this has a width of 1200 and a height by 878. So I think I'm going to reduce that width to, I usually like to keep my images around 600 pixels wide, and you'll notice it will automatically adjust the other pixel ratio proportionally. If I click Update, and there's my picture there. Now if that's still too big for you, you can go in and drag the little corner, and you can see that it's showing us the dimension. So maybe I just want it to be 500 pixels wide. Okay. Last thing I might put on this page, I'm going to put, I'm also going to do another heading, and I'm going to say unit objective. I'm going to say, in this unit, we will explore the functions of plant parts. Okay, so there's our objective. And on Canvas, this is a little different than, say, something like Google, any of the Google Docs or slides. Those are saving everything as you go. Everything on Canvas, we always have to click Save manually. If I leave this web page right now, everything I've created is gone. There's not much here, but if you've added a lot of content, you would be probably pretty disappointed if you were to lose it. So I always go ahead and click Save and Publish. And now we have the first page in our module. So if I come over here and click on Modules, you'll notice Plant Parts Welcome. You'll also notice that the module itself is not published. Since we're just doing this for demonstration purposes, we don't have to worry about other students seeing this early. So I'm going to go ahead and publish everything right away. So the next element I'm going to add, so I've added an intro page. Now I want to add a discussion. And I'm going to call this plant video. Okay, there's my page. If I go ahead and click on that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to embed a video here. So I'm going to say, please watch the video below and comment on one thing that surprised you. Okay. Now to embed a video, so embedding is different than just linking. So if I were to link this video, maybe I would just come over here and click share. And here's the link. I could just copy that link and I could paste that there. And there's a little shortcut. If I hit the space bar, it will automatically change it into a link. Now this is actually automatically embedding. So I think that's new. In the past, it used to just have it as a link. But you can also manually embed if you come over here to the Insert Media button and then click Embed. And then I can also grab the embed code from YouTube. So if I click on Embed, and then you'll notice that this is all here. And say I wanted to start at the place that I have the video queued up at 50 seconds. I can do that. If I click this Copy button and come back over to my Embed window, I'm going to paste that in. Okay, and let's save this page and look how the two look different. Once again, I'm going to hit Save and Publish. So I guess this is a stylistic thing. If you prefer the way this looks with a smaller icon to play the video, and then it gets a little bigger, and you can play that right there. Okay. Alternatively, this is when I manually went in and grabbed the embed code from YouTube. And if I hit play,
and roots.
And you'll notice.
Let's take a closer look at the buds.
At the 50-second mark, right where I had queued the video. Okay. If I come back to my modules, and our students will be able to reply down here and comment on that. Okay. The next item that we're going to add here is an assignment. So I'm going to click on the plus, and assignment is the first item that you can choose from. So new assignment, and then we're going to, and I'm going to say plant research. Okay. And I am going to edit this. And I'm going to say, please write a one-page paper about a plant that you like to eat. Consider the following, where, and maybe I'll make this a bulleted list right here, where Where does the plant grow? What part of the plant do we eat? And what cultures eat this plant? Okay, so this is a bit of a research project. And we can say maybe this is going to be worth 10 points. I'm not going to go into different categories. You can explore that a little further on your own. But I do probably want to create some sort of due date. So maybe I'm going to have this due on January 15th. And I'm going to once again click Save and Publish. Okay, so we've added now, if we come back to our module, we have added 3 different kinds of elements here. The last one we're going to go for is a quiz. Okay, this is going to be a new quiz. I'm going to call this Plant Quiz. Now, for your quizzes, you're going to need to have at least 5 questions. For my quiz, I am just kind of modeling this here for you, so I'm just going to add 2 questions. In order to edit this, I'm going to click the Edit button. Okay. Right here, this is like the opening page, so maybe I might just say, please try your best. Okay. There's some settings here. Maybe I want to give a time limit or multiple attempts. I'm just going to set a due date, and this one is going to be due on the 29th of January. But now this is just the front of the quiz. We have to add questions. So you'll notice there are 2 tabs here, Details and Questions. So now I'm going to add a new question, and I'm going to say, what part of the plant makes food? Okay, and you'll notice I have, I can set the correct answer on any one of these. So I'm going to say seeds, flowers, leaves, and the last one is going to be roots. Okay. Now you'll notice that there's some boxes here. We can add feedback so that we would give some corrective feedback. You can go ahead and try that out on your own. Right now I'm just going to leave this as is and say that is good. So now I'm going to add a new question, and this one I'll say true or false. I'm going to change this to a true-false question. You'll notice up here in this drop-down we have many different options. I encourage you to explore those different kinds of questions. Right now I'm just going to do the first 2 for timeliness. But if I say true or false, plants need carbon dioxide to survive. Okay, and the answer is true. Even though they consume. Oh, sorry. Actually, I'm going to change this. It's a mistake. Plants need oxygen to survive. Even though they produce oxygen, they still need it in order to process the sugar that they make to convert that into energy. So I'm going to click Update Question. Okay, so right now I have 2 questions, and that's just worth 1 point each. If I go in and edit those, I could make those worth more, so maybe that was worth 2. And I can click Save, Update Question, and maybe this one is going to be worth 3 points. And Update Question. Okay, so that's 2 questions. Remember, you're going to need at least 5 questions, and we're going to want to make sure to publish this. So I'm going to click the Save and Publish button. Okay, so now if I come back to my modules, you'll notice I have the 4 elements within my module, in my new plant unit module called Parts of a Plant. So thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you next time.